And Mr. Boudreau lead us in the pledge.
Lord, we are meeting today to conduct the matters of business. Guide our hearts and our minds in the spirit of fairness, right thought, and speech. Impact your supreme wisdom upon our activities so that our affairs may reach a successful conclusion. Thank you for being our source of guidance today. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yeah. He got a lot to learn, doesn't he? Okay, we want to welcome you to the City Parish Council meeting. We, as your representatives in Lafayette Consolidated Government, welcome your involvement and encourage your participation. This meeting is a public hearing. If you wish to address the council on any item on this agenda, fill out a blue request to address council form noting the agenda item number. The blue form is available to you in the foyer, and you should submit it to Council Clerk Veronica Williams, seated to my left in the middle, prior to the call of the agenda item. It is important to fill in the blue form completely and note the specific agenda item number about which you wish to speak. If the card is not completely filled out or is not eligible to the clerk, you will not be given an opportunity to speak. If you have materials you wish to submit to the council, please give those to Ms. Williams along with your blue form. In an effort to allow everyone an opportunity to be heard, the 5-minute rule will be in effect. Speakers shall refrain from debating, personal attacks, and from making confrontational and derogatory comments. I'm requesting that the first row to my left be used for media only. And lastly, food and drinks are not allowed in the auditorium, and all phones and electronic devices shall be silenced from this point forward. That means me too. I am also requesting that anyone who approaches the council state their name and title for the official record. Meeting procedures are by resolution and not by Robert's Rules of Order. Documents, including agenda, ordinances, and resolutions, and minutes related to this meeting are posted online or refer to the web address on the top of the agenda. The council encourages your involvement and participation by volunteering for boards and commissions. If you're interested in finding out which board suits your interests, call 291-8800 or pick up a pamphlet at the door. We're moving to chair announcements. The fiscal year 2016-17 budget will be introduced during a special council meeting on July 26, 2016. The departmental budget reviews will begin on August 4th. The budget schedule, listing dates, and times for all budget meetings can be found on the LCG website. All budget meetings are open to the public. The public hearing for citizens' input on the budget is scheduled for August 23rd at 5:30 p.m. Item number 18 and 19 are appointments which the council as a whole voted on at the June 21st meeting. They are on this agenda to clarify the terms, which are 3-year terms, but were noted as 4-year terms of the prior agenda. Also, I would like to wish Robert Benoit, the Lafayette Fire Chief, a happy birthday. He celebrates his birthday on July 11th. Hey, Chief, I see you back there. You're getting younger every day, man. Yeah, every day, every day. I'm going to buy him a mirror for Christmas. Okay, council announcements. Ms. Hebert.
Thank you, Chairman. I wanted to invite the public to an upcoming ribbon cutting for our first official safe exchange location at the University Police Station. We have, Chief Reggie, if you could come on up, I'd like for you to add something to this. I've been working with Chief Thomas on this project for a few months now. This is something that has been done in other states, and I believe the closest place to us would be Morgan City. What this is say if you buy something on Craigslist or eBay or Facebook, this is a location that you can come in the University Police Station parking lot. We have 2 parking spots dedicated to where you can meet the stranger in a safe location that's well lit, monitored 24/7 by our police department, and make your exchange and go. This is not just for online purchases. This is also for family custody issues where you can come meet your partner and drop off children in a safe location. They're currently doing this in the police station right now, but this prevents you from having to take all the gear that you have with the kids, cross the street, go into the police station. You can just swap right then and there. These areas are monitored by multiple security cameras 24/7. There's going to be a phone number that you can call to have a police officer come outside and watch the exchange happen. I want to thank Chief Thomas for all of his help he and his team did. One of the important things to note about this project, it costs little to no money because we already had the 24-hour surveillance. We already had the cameras in place. The only cost, I believe, is the 2 signs to make. So did you have anything to add, Chief?
No, I think we pretty hit it on everything. Just that it will be monitored 24 hours. Our watch commanders who's working 24 hours will be able to view. And as somebody come, they have a number that they can call. And when they call the number at that time, we will be monitoring the entire time. And one of the things is it would also get the license plate of somebody. And that's one of the problems we have. A lot of times we have a theft. And when we have a theft, we have no information on the possible suspect. This way, we will have all the information that we need. So, and it's been a pleasure working with you, and I think the program will work out really well.
All right, thank you, Chief. Appreciate it. The ribbon cutting will be taking place Tuesday, July 12th, 9 a.m. at the Lafayette Police Department parking lot, 900 East University Street. I invite the public to come out and watch our fabulous ribbon cutting. So thank you again to the police department and our very own city attorney for making sure all of this was legal. Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you, Ms. Hebert. Mr. Boudreau?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just want to get some information out. We're going to be doing a series of meetings, 3 consecutive Thursdays, starting on July the 14th. It's challenged to do better workshop series. The first one will be at Gethsemane Church of God in Christ, hosted by the Macomb Visa Neighborhood Coterie. The second will be at Imani Temple number 49, hosted by the NAACP of Lafayette. And the third and final workshop will be at Louisiana Avenue United Methodist Church, hosted by 360 collectively. The purpose of these workshops is to give more information to the public on different facets of government. The first one will be to the importance of serving on boards and commissions as we try to get more people interested in those. The second will be how to engage your government and make access and contact with your government. And the final one will be understanding the budget, how the money is spent. So we just want to invite everyone out. Again, it's 3 consecutive Thursdays, 3 different churches, 3 different civic organizations. I'll be hosting each one of these. The council is invited, the public is invited. Anyone who wants to come out and get more information, please do so. We will start promptly at 6 and end promptly at 7:30. No earlier or no later than those timelines. So I just wanted to start those announcements. There's invite pages out on Facebook. We'll be doing some press releases about a week out before the first one, but just wanted to make people aware of what was coming. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Boudreau. Appreciate it. Now we're going to move into the Executive Mayor President's Report. Mr. Robideau.
Nothing, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Wants to go home early, too. All right. Looking good. Okay, Jeremy, we're moving to resolutions. Go ahead and read the first one, please.
Resolution 26, 2016, a resolution of the Lafayette City Parish Council supporting efforts on a paperless agenda packet for council meetings.
Motion by Mr. Bellard, second by Mr. Lewis. Council discussion, Ms. Cook.
Yes, Chairman,
Push your little, there you go.
Sorry, thank you. I just wanted to first of all thank my very techie friends that helped possibly make this happen for us. Jeremy, V, and Bruce here were very helpful as far as making the agenda a little more user-friendly electronically now, so I do encourage the council to take advantage of this opportunity to maybe cut the budget a bit as far as our paper use. So hopefully we can kind of get it going up a little bit easier with the help of our new techie friends. So thank y'all very much for helping us out there. That's it.
Thank you, Ms. Cook. I know Bruce was a techie. Any more questions from the council? Seeing none, any blue cards?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and call the roll, please.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9? Yes. Motion is approved. Resolution 27, 2016, a resolution of the Lafayette City Parish Council approving the appointment of Kevin Naquin as President of Region 3 for the Louisiana Police Jury Association meeting scheduled this year in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Motion by Mr. Comp, second by Ms. Cook. Any council discussion?
What is this again?
Mr. Boudreaux.
Is this a resolution that's going to be going forward to the Police Jury Association showing our support for this?
Let me let Ms. Williams explain what's happening here.
Right. This year, Lafayette Parish is scheduled to host a Region 3 meeting. We are in Region 3. What the police jury is an organization where it consists of parishes, parish government authorities. And we are in Region 3, which consists of 9 different parishes. And Lafayette Parish is scheduled to host the Region 3 meeting this year. And with that hosting, it requires a president to preside over the entire meeting. And the meeting is this year, the meeting is to be attended by elected officials.
So we designate the president, is what we're doing, is not a recommendation?
Yes, sir, correct.
The whole city always has to designate a president?
You're correct, yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any more questions? Seeing none. Any blue cards on this?
No, sir.
Call the roll.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
Motion is approved. Resolution 28, 2016, a resolution of the Lafayette City Parish Council supporting the efforts of the Bayou Vermilion Preservation Association and Vermilion River Alliance in promoting community awareness and education in the importance of conserving and protecting the Bayou Vermilion.
Motion by Mr. Boudreaux, second by Mr. Comp. Council discussion? Seeing none. Any blue cards?
Yes, sir.
Call the roll.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Bruce?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8? District 9? Yes. District 2?
Yes.
District 3? Yes. Motion is approved.
Okay. You want to make it now? Mr. Comp?
Mr. Chair, I'd just like to recognize the presence of Charles and Jan Wyatt, who were instrumental in forming the organizations that we're acknowledging in this resolution tonight. And if I may take the liberty of inviting either one of the two to address the council very briefly on their goals and their hopes for the Vermilion. Charlie, would you like to come up?
Well, thank you very much, Council. For those of you that I have not met, and there are several of you, I'm Charles Wyatt, President of the Bayou Vermilion Preservation Association. And it's a volunteer organization. We were founded basically in 2013. We're a not-for-profit Louisiana corporation, 501c3, that was approved in 2014. And we've worked very closely with several of the other, I'll say, organizations such as the Bayou Vermilion District with the ultimate goal of trying to educate the public to the fact that we have an untapped source, i.e. the Vermilion River, that can be used for commerce, recreation, and just fun. But the people do not understand that anything that goes into the street goes into the river. They think that it goes to the treatment plant. So basically our premise is to educate the public to prevent them or request of them that they do not throw anything into the street. We realized when we started we were limited to Lafayette Parish and we were helping the people downstream. Nobody was helping us upstream. So we created the Vermilion River Alliance underneath, or as an umbrella, underneath the BVPA. And we have people now from St. Martin, St. Landry, Lafayette, and Vermilion parishes, all the 4 parishes that come into contact with the river, and we're working on joint efforts to the extent that communications, so that if there's a cleanup area here, then maybe Martin or Landry might do the same thing. However, the biggest events that we have so far accomplished, and again, realizing we just started in 14, so we're just slightly over 2 years old. But there is now a digital map of the river that is on the website. It's on the city website. It's on CGI, Bayou Vermilion District, BVPA. So anybody that's out rafting can see where they are and what's ahead. We've worked closely with the Tesh Vermilion Freshwater District, and there's now a map or a mile marker on every bridge that crosses the river from Arnoldville all the way down to Intercoastal Canal, so that now people know where they are, if there's a spill or a problem, and hopefully not a safety problem, they can say we are near bridge number, mile marker such and such, and the Coast Guard can help. We are now embarking on what's called the IRIS project. The IRIS plant will help stabilize the soil because of the strength of the roots, and that will cut back on erosion. And it also will help filter the stormwater runoff. So we're working with the city on the Parks and Recreation, working with UL and private industry, trying to have iris plants planted in the storm retention or detention ponds. And our last one, and then I will sit down, is that we're beginning to work with multiple organizations, trying to work with the school district and educate the children that you don't want to throw the styrofoam cup out. And if Daddy does it, little Billy will say, Dad, you're not supposed to do that. And then when little Billy grows up to be a teenager, he won't do it. And when he becomes a parent, he won't, and his children. So it's probably a two-generation project, but the analogy would be safety belts, car seats, because 20 years ago we all revolted against that. Now it's second nature. So hopefully the trash will start diminishing. So in essence, that's what we're trying to do. For those of you who are actively interested, our website is BayouVermilionPreservation.org. And then finally, one more thing, in September, we will have our third annual symposium. It'll be September 8th. There will be a river cruise with a social afterwards. On the 9th, there will be a symposium over at Bayou Vermilion District. And then on Saturday the 10th, it's going to be a free water day. And one of the things that we hope we'll have will be a water float that will be conducted by the Bayou Vermilion District. And all of this will be announced probably within the next 2 weeks. But if you don't mind, put your calendar or check your calendar, September 8, 9, and 10. Again, Council, thank you very much. Mr. Mayor, thank you very much for recommending it. We certainly appreciate it. Thank you.
And again, Charlie, thanks to you and Jan for your efforts. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, now we're going to move into ordinances for final adoption. This is a public hearing. The blue sheets are available for anyone wishing to address the council, and the 5-minute rule does apply. Jeremy, can you read, please?
Ordinance 120, 2016. An ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council declaring the building or structure located at 107 Cochran Street, Lafayette, Louisiana, owned by Sheila A. Charles, to be dilapidated and dangerous to the public welfare, and ordering the condemnation of same.
Motion by Mr. Terrio, second by Ms. Hebert. Council discussion? Seeing none. Any blue cards? Call the roll, please.
District 5? Yes. District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
Motion is approved. Ordinance 122, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council requesting that the Louisiana State Mineral and Energy Board lease a tract of land in which the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government owns certain land, including alleys, roads, highways, and rights-of-way in Section 9, 10, 15, and 16, Township 9 South, Range 3 East, Lafayette Parish, Louisiana, for the development and production of minerals, oil, and gas in accordance with Louisiana Revised Statute 30-124 et seq. Property generally located north of Gazette Road, south of Whitmore Road, and east of Lacassine and Crater Road, and west of Janvier Road. Oil, gas, and mineral lease.
Motion by Mr. Boudreau. Second by Mr. Comte. Any council discussion? Seeing none, any blue cards?
Yes, sir.
Call the roll, please.
District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
Motion is approved. Ordinance 123, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council amending the fiscal year 15-16 capital budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by transferring $1,750,000 from North St. Antoine Extension to the Kali Saloom Road Widening Project within the Public Works Department for additional funding needed.
Need a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Boudreau. Second by Ms. Hebert. Council discussion. Mr. Lewis.
Yes, Mr. Tom Carroll, I'd like some clarification, please, on that. No, last meeting we had spoke about this, about the transfer of these funds, and I'm under the impression, I just want clarification of the public to know about this, that the funds will be returned at a significant time. Can you tell us about when you think these funds will be returned?
Sure. North San Antoine project, which is basically extending North San Antoine from Benoit Falgoux northerly to West Point de Mouton at Veterinarian Road. Initially, we were going to start off on the east side of the tracks and veer to the west side of the tracks and then back to the east side of the tracks because of Acadian Hills Country Club. After Acadian Hills closed, we were able to talk to the family and keep the road all on the east side of the road. So that has delayed the project. North San Antoine right now has about $9.5 million in place right now. We needed some funding for both Kali Saloom and the next budget item, a betterment agreement, immediately. So we were looking at North San Antoine to transfer some of those funds, and it helps to expend older bond funds first. Next year's 5-year CIP shows a $6 million bond sale for North San Antoine Extension. So this transfer, I think, will bring it down to almost $7 million, and then you'll add another $6 million in the next bond sale we have, which will bring it up. North San Antoine will be about $11 or $12 million project. So they're going to be, the funds will be put back into place through the next bond sale, I guess next year's bond sale.
So the remaining funds that we have now, you're going to continue on moving along with the projects, other things that we need to do until it's ready?
Yeah, we've got the consultant doing final design right now. Like I said, he had to move the design from the west side to the east side of the tracks. That's being finalized. So we're hopeful that that'll all be finished probably next spring. So sometimes next spring or next summer at the latest, the project will be designed and ready to go.
So that's for item 10 and 11, the next one that's coming up
yes,
for adoption
same
as well.
Thing.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis. Any other council discussion? Seeing none. Any blue cards?
Yes, sir.
Let's call the roll.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
Motion is approved. Ordinance 124, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council amending the fiscal year 15-16 capital budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by transferring $914,850 from North St. Antoine Extension to Frimbustani Extension Project within the Public Works Department for additional funding needed.
Need a motion? Motion by Mr. Conk, second by Ms. Cook. Council discussion? Seeing none, any blue cards?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Mr. Lewis?
I'm sorry, I had one more question. On the bond fund, this is what it's all about, bond funds. So I just want to make sure that when it's bond funds dedicated for this project, we cannot use these funds for anything else. I'd like to address Ms. Laura Toops.
Ms. Toops?
These are old bond funds, and they were issued under the authority that was given to us by the voters that separated a certain amount of authorization for road and bridge projects and then a certain amount for drainage projects. And these were bonds issued for roads. So we've got to use it for roads because they were issued under that authority. And the life of the project has to be substantial. It usually would be at least the life of the bonds, and we usually issue bonds for about 25 years. So it would be a long-term, permanent type infrastructure project.
Okay, I just want clarification so the public can know, and myself and the others that's interested in that. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead and call the roll, please.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
Motion is approved. Ordinance 125, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council amending the fiscal year 15-16 capital budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by transferring $55,000 from Coulee Mean Project to the Redbourne Drive Lateral to Bow Basin Coulee Erosion Control Project within the Public Works Department for additional funding needed.
Need a motion? Motion by Mr. Boudreau, second by Ms. Cook. Council discussion? Seeing none, any blue cards? Call the roll.
District 9?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
District 7? Yes. District 8? Yes. Motion is approved. Ordinance 126, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council amending the fiscal year 15-16 operations and maintenance and capital improvement program budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government to make appropriations adjustments within the Utilities Department.
Motion by Mr. Boudreau, second by Mr. Conk. Council discussion? Seeing none, any blue cards?
Yes, sir.
Call the roll, please.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9? Yes. Motion is approved. Ordinance 127, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council amending the fiscal year 15-16 capital improvement program budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government to make appropriations adjustments within the Utilities Department to include water system improvements at Commission Boulevard.
Motion, Mr. Conk, second by Ms. Hebert. Council discussion? Seeing none, any blue cards?
Yes, sir.
Call the roll, please.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9? District 2?
Yes.
Motion is approved.
Thank you, Jeremy. We're going to move into announcements of vacancies on boards and commissions. And go ahead and read.
A vacancy will exist on the Lafayette Parish Bayou Vermilion District for a 4-year term effective October 1st, 2016. Individuals wishing to submit a resume for the above volunteer vacancy must be a registered voter and a resident of Lafayette Parish, Act 472 of the 2008 Louisiana Legislative Session, now codified as Louisiana Revised Statute 421124.2.1, requires financial disclosure under certain circumstances. Resumes are to be forwarded to Veronica L. Williams, Clerk of the Council, P.O. Box 4017C, Lafayette, Louisiana 70502, or emailed to bclafayette@lafayettela.gov no later than noon, Tuesday, July 19th, with council appointment to be made on August 2nd, 2016.
Thank you, Jeremy. Now we're going to move into consider appointments by the council as a whole to the boards and commissions.
Appointment to the Cajun Dome Commission for a 4-year term effective September 5th, 2016.
Thank you, Jeremy. The resumes received for consideration are from George Favallaro and Larry Lonclo Jr., and there's no incumbent submission. Looking for nominations. Mr. Terrio?
I'd like to nominate George Favallaro.
The Favallaro is nominated. Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Nominations are closed. Please vote by last name, please.
District 4?
Favallaro.
District 5?
Favallaro.
District 6?
Favallaro.
District 7? District 8? District 9?
Yes.
District 2?
Favallaro.
District 3? George Favallaro is appointed.
Thank you, Jeremy. Appointments by council members, mayor, president, and or other direct appointing authority.
Mayor President Joe Robideau reappoints Paul Segura to the Lafayette Airport Commission for a 4-year term effective July 3rd, 2016. The council as a whole appointed Dwight Prudhomme to the Lafayette Fire and Police Civil Service Board for a 3-year term effective July 26, 2016. The council as a whole appointed Wayne Prejean to the Lafayette Fire and Police Civil Service Board for a 3-year term effective July 26, 2016.
Thank you, Jeremy. Now moving to introductory ordinances. Motion by Mr. Boudreaux going global, second by Mr. Lewis. Go ahead and read, please.
Ordinance 128, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council amending the Unified Development Code so as to reclassify the property of Thomas and Krista Callender, case number ZON 2016-21. Thomas Callender, Dickens Street, property rezoning located on Dickens Street, generally east of West Pinhook Road and south of Mercury Street, from residential single family to mixed-use neighborhood conditional. Ordinance 129, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council amending the Unified Development Code so as to reclassify the properties located in Hampton Place subdivision, case number ZON 2016-25, Hampton Place property rezoning located on Camry Drive, generally east of Johnson Street and north of Crestlawn Drive, from commercial heavy to residential mixed. Ordinance 130, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council amending the Unified Development Code so as to annex case number ZON 2016-27, 1701 West Willow Street annexation located at the southwest corner of West Willow Street and Abear Road, and assigning a zoning classification of industrial light. Ordinance 131, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council adopting the competitive classification of Deputy Chief of Police within the Lafayette Police Department. Ordinance 132, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council extending the provisions of Louisiana Revised Statute 11-1901, 2015 for the purpose of providing retirement benefits to the eligible officers and employees of the District Attorney of the 15th Judicial District, a taxing district or political subdivision of the Parish of Lafayette, State of Louisiana. Ordinance 133, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council amending the fiscal year 15-16 capital budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by adjusting line items in the amount of $6,345 within the Lafayette Police Department. Ordinance 134, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council amending the fiscal year 15-16 operating budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by decreasing city revenues and increasing the use of city general fund balance in the amount of $65,541 and decreasing parish revenues and expenditures in the amount of $109,350 for the State of Louisiana 2% fire insurance rebate program and appropriating within the Lafayette Fire Department. Ordinance 135, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council declaring the building or structure located at 910 Janvier Road, Lafayette, Louisiana, owned by Danielle Marie Prejean, Michelle Ann Prejean, Janelle Nicole Prejean, Chantel R. Prejean, and Jeanette Gail Robin Prejean, care of Gerald J. Block, attorney appointed, to be dilapidated and dangerous to the public welfare, and ordering the condemnation of same.
Thank you, Jeremy. Any comments? Any blue cards?
Yes, sir.
Call the roll, please.
District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9?
Yes.
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
Motion is approved.
Okay, no other business. Meeting adjourned.